I know you guys like a broken record. I have so many friends in this business. I just do. So in between me talking about different subjects every week, I bring on people I know because they're great. There's a lot. I can try to tell you, there's a lot of great people in this industry, in the insurance industry. Hi, I'm James Lott Jr. This is Quote Me, because you can, an insurance podcast with me, James Lott Jr. As you know, I was in the insurance business for over 11 years, left for about 10. Then I was brought back in on the podcast side for 4 years, and now here I am again doing my own show. I love it. My guest, I like him a lot. He's a great guy. He's the director of strategic partnerships at Ori-gen, which we had Joshua on a few weeks ago. He also is a USC alumni, yes, the Trojans. And he's also all about mentorship, giving back, and again, partnerships. So help me welcome the wonderful, the amazing Mark Todd.
Hi, Mark. Appreciate it, James. How you doing?
I'm good. Like we said, we're still here. We're alive. We're kicking. We're making things happen. And the thing about you that I like is that you have such a great attitude. And I think I want to ask you, that's my first question. Is mindset everything? I mean, it's rhetorical for me, but for the folks at home, is mindset everything?
I think so, man. Mindset is critically important. I've tried to focus on just attitude, right? Trying to look at glass half full, trying to be in the mentality of being in a growth mindset, and just trying to learn, trying to grow, trying to be adaptive, control what you can control. I mean, all those things are important just in your career. I think, being an athlete, playing sports, you deal with a lot of things you can't control. And I just remember my coach at USC always saying, control your controllables. It's like, there's going to be stuff that happens, but it's like, how are you going to respond? Right. And obviously in these times, we've had to adapt, and there's just so many different things happening constantly. And so that training, I guess, helped me with being able to continue to do what I do to the best of my ability. So
I always say, because I played sports growing up, and I didn't play it in college. I gave it up by then. But growing up, I played sports since I was little: soccer, baseball, football, and stuff. I always say that sports and the arts, you can say the arts too, are great training grounds for life. You learn so many things. So, what are some of the things that you take away when you play sports that you actually use today?
Yeah, I would say, and I played baseball, of course, in college. Baseball is a sport where it takes a lot of patience, right? You can go up, you have one at bat every 9, batters. And so you go up, and it's like, if you have a bad at bat, you got to wait until the next at bat. You got to sit in the outfield or sit in your position and just you got to wait. And in life, it's like that. It's just like in sales, you're trying to constantly, either if you're cold calling or if you're, foot prospecting or whatever you're doing, you got to always try to look ahead and look for the next one and think that the next one's going to be the one, in that regard. And you have to be patient, because you're not always going to close every deal. Every phone call is not going to be, an appointment. And so that's what sports, or baseball particularly, helped prepare me for, because it can be, it can get challenging. But at the same time, if you're in the mindset of like, let me control what I can, that being, I'm going to make that next dial, I'm going to, knock on that next door, whatever it is you're doing. It's helpful, and it helps you to not, I think, get burned out, because I know a lot of people get burned out, think about the result and like, man, I didn't get that one, and you're harping on it, and you're just like, you go down this tunnel, and it's like, no, man, you got to control what you can, go after the next one, and just, if you say you're going to do 50 dials, just do the 50, do them to the best of your ability, and whatever happens, and just look at it and do it again. And so that's kind of what I would say baseball is, just being patient, and then again, just controlling what you can.
I will completely agree with that. I know when my early years of sales, I used to do sales at one time. They said I was good at it. I just didn't care for it myself, because just that I want to do other stuff. But I was 100% when I was in. And one of my mentors then told me, the best feeling in the world is actually finishing, just about your thing, those 50 cold calls that you did them. It's not about the how many you got. I mean, that's great too. You'll get there. But the best part is you said you're going to start something and then you're going to finish it. And when you said and that's in sports too, that you show up, you play the best. Everybody has off days, things happen, but you play the best of your ability. You support the team. That's the least you can do, right? It's kind of so it kind of marches into a work world too, doesn't it?
It does. No, it's so true. And I think when you have that team mindset, it helps you because, and that's what I love about my company is that we really work together as a team. And you're not in a position of like looking at one person's success and saying, well, shoot, you look down on yourself. I'm like, yo, if my teammate, if he went and closed a big deal, that's motivation for me. And it helps the overall company and it helps our team. And so, it's helpful. A lot of times I've had just early in my career, the mindset of like, it's just me, that individual, and I'm by myself and I'm on an island and I got to do it all myself. If I don't be the hero, then I'm a zero. You know what I mean? And you just, and then when you're in that mindset, you're looking at your teammates. You're like, dang, man, you get jealous of them. And then you feel like, shoot, he got that because of this reason or that reason, or he got lucky, and now you're over here going down that path. But I'm like, nah, like if you really change and retool your mentality to think about the overall team and being in a collaborative type of environment, then I think that you'll have a more successful career and you'll be happier. At the end of the day, it's like, man, we got so much time on this earth and it's good to do something you enjoy. And sometimes you got to just find ways to enjoy whatever it is you're doing. And so that's kind of why I've grown over the years from, when I graduated up until today.
Yeah. I say what you just said is valuable stuff, folks. Two things I want to piggyback on what Mark just said. For me, it's always about we all win when we all win. That's just number one. If you win, means I win too. You know what I mean? Like I first started that as a Black person. I came up at a time when we had a band together and make things happen. Now we're in a better position than we were 20, 30 years ago. And I still believe that, of course, that we should all win. But I started out with that. Then when I got into teams and team sports, team associations, whatever it is, I learned that also. If someone else gets that deal and you don't get it, but you guys are all in the same company, it's instead of looking at it as, oh, they got it and I didn't. It's, oh, we got it.
Yep.
My turn will come. Right, Mark? That's what you're saying. It's like I had to I had to flip it for myself.
Yeah. No, and then it's like a lot of times too, if that person that closed that deal, someone that's maybe trying to get that next deal, can ask them, hey man, how'd you get that? Like what? Yeah. And they can pointers and things like that. And I feel like that's important because if everyone is thinking in that team mindset, it's not going to be like, oh, well, get away from me, man. I don't have time. I'm trying to get the next deal. No, I want to help you too. So let's carve out some time to talk. And I can tell you what I did and maybe you can use it and leverage it to try to get a similar opportunity for yourself. So,
yeah, no, I'm all about, yeah, no, I'm like, yeah, we have to just, it's my time. Like, how'd you get it? I'm in Hollywood. So I'm always like, how'd you get that PR person to do what you want? And they'll tell, here, James. And we share each other. Okay, so this is what I did. That's fine. And I'll try it myself. And if it works, I can say, thank you so much. It worked. Whenever you need something from me, let me know. And the insurance industry they are very much like that. Everybody helps each other. We're all kind of competitors, but everybody helps each other. Because you have knowledge that so-and-so doesn't have. They have knowledge that so-and-so doesn't. Like, you all have different knowledges. Is that a word?
Mm-hmm.
You made a word. I have degrees, Mark, I swear. But you have different knowledge. That's what you say. No, not knowledge. Is. Yeah. So I like that mindset. And with that, I want to lead into your job. Because like I said, last time I talked to you, you were in a different company doing something different. So because you've been in the business now, 15 years? 16 years?
Yeah,
15 years?
almost. Yeah, I've been licensed for 16, I
Wow.
think. Yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah, that's
Thanks.
good.
Still here.
Still here.
Still here.
I mean, that's good. That's good because I mean, in 16 years, we as a whole, and even California has gone through a lot. And you're still
Yeah.
here. And most recently, we had the whole fire situation. Before that was COVID. Before a lot of stuff's happening. You're still doing it. So congratulations. Um,
Thank you. Yeah.
Ori-gen's great. We already talked about a little bit with Joshua. So I want to hear your side of things. You're a director of
Yeah.
strategic partnerships. What does that mean?
Yeah. No, that's a good question. I think when I came in, I mean, Ori-gen was almost in its, what I think it was a year old or something like that. And
It's infancy. Yes.
yeah, it's like it's in its infant stages. And so, one of the things with the position was how what I was trying to figure out and understand was, how can we take our purpose and partner with other companies that have similar values and similar missions, and so that's what I set out to do. Was just, okay, well, how do I connect with these kind of people, be it prospective companies we can do insurance and help out, or organizations that have similar missions, right? And so that's what I did. I think the first big one was I was nominated for the LA Business Journal, I think, like Diversity Person of the Year, which was cool. And so and at that event, and I was like, man, there's so many great people here. The room was packed, right? Like, we had a table, and a lot of our team members were there, and so like there was all these great organizations, and but they had a list, and so I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? Hey, because I had to tap into some of those sales prospecting skills that I have. You know what? I need to figure out how I'm going to connect with these people. So they gave us a list. And so I just went on LinkedIn, and, there were about 130 people. So I sent every single one of them a message. Hey, congratulations on being nominated. I was also a nominee. I would love to connect with you to learn more about what you do. And I did that, and like I was able to connect with tons of people. Like I forget what the number, but just to set meetings like this and just to talk to them about what they do, about their company, and then let them know who we are, what we do, and just figure out if there's a way we can work together. And from that, I was able to get some decent clients. Which was cool, and learn about their organizations, because I'm like, everybody needs insurance. And you can pretty much get it from anywhere, but why not look at a company that has similar values to you to partner with, and have them, and then we're really good at it. We've got a good team, and we've got a lot of experience. Why not work together with us? And so that's been working, and I'm still doing it, even with the change in the climate. It's like, I think companies now that really have those values, that's what they do. Like, they're not going to let like a climate change who they are as just their identity. And so it's been good. And it's people who I've grown to really, really enjoy working with. And it's nice, man. Like it's different. So yeah,
Well,
it's really
I want
cool.
to ask you, because I don't even think I asked you this last time when I taught you. This is catering just now. Because people are watching this, there are some folks who might be wanting to go into sales, or folks who feel like they did it and they failed or whatever. Why do you think, I really want to ask you this, why do you think you have the go-get-itness to do something like that? That's a sales move. Why do you think you have that? Most people are just like, hi, people, hi, let's call one day, let's talk one day. But you said, that is an old-timey sales perspective. I mean, that's how you looked at it as. I love it. Why do you think you have that? Why do you think you are able to do that?
I don't know. I don't know if it's just being a competitive person, and just being goal-oriented. I think just having goals, right? Like just having goals, and just trying to, me, it's just the desire to want to help people. Like just to try to help people, and to I guess it's drive, I think it's maybe the competitive nature, but it's also, you know, wanting to help people. And then it was me also wanting to connect with people who have similar values, because I want to work with people that I like. You know what I mean? Like I think that's important. You know, there's always those stories of like, you know, I was talking to one of my friends, and he was saying he had a client that was just like a huge account, but then it was just a headache and a nightmare. He was being disrespectful, rude, unprofessional to his team. And so he had to fire the client. He had to fire him. Look, man, I can't be your insurance provider any longer. You're going to have to find coverage elsewhere. And then he just fired him, because it's just, you know, and I think that, early on in my career, it's like, I just got to bite down and deal with everybody who's willing to deal with me. But then you reach a point where it's just kind of like, man, I'm not that desperate anymore. You know, like I don't have to deal with someone who's going to just constantly be verbally abusive. Just, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it's like that. And so yeah, so I think that for me, I want to work with people that I like. And so I think that's another driver to kind of wrap it up. But yeah.
Nobody knows. You said you started out with the competitive thing, and that does drive something. I mean, it really does. We know what you just explained. It's more than just that, but that is something that you have a drive. I mean, it's literally just plain and simple. You're just like, you know what? You don't see things as just one way. You saw them. You went outside the box, so to speak, and was like, you know, this is an opportunity. These people are in here's an opportunity. Most just went to the mixer and said hi to everybody, went back home, and that was it. But you were like, I'm similar to you. I'm the same way. I mean, for me, like, I want you on my show. I want you on my show. That's how I am, right? You see it more as that now you're bringing more value to your company by mixing up with these people. That's kind of the point. And everybody sees that. So I want people who are watching this, it is possible to see that. And it fits your description of what you do, obviously. I'm going to ask you, so in your eyes, from your perspective, what is Ori-gen for you?
Man, Ori-gen is it's a mission-driven insurance brokerage that is growing at a astronomical clip. You know, it's fulfilling, I think, a very important need in our industry, just from an overall just a diversity perspective. And as you probably know, I mean, I was a marketing rep for almost 7 years, almost 8 years, really. And I had a chance to see the landscape of all the insurance brokerages throughout almost all of Southern California. And I knew that, you know, there's obviously like a lot of great people, but, you know, diversity is specifically with independent brokers, because you may have, like, you know, the large captives, the State Farms, Farmers, Allstates, you know, they have a little bit more diversity. But on the independent side, not as much. And so, you know, and that fast forward, when I talked to Josh and learned about what the vision was for Ori-gen, I was like, wow, that's dude, like that can be big, and it can really be a platform for other people that look like us, because ultimately, man, they talk about this talent gap and like all these people leaving. You have to find ways to reach back and be able to bring other people. And one of the things I think that gets sort of like that I don't know if it's misunderstood is the word, but I think one of the things is that you have to be able to see it to think you can be it, right? Like for me, like I was the first in my family to graduate from college. You know, my dad was an electrician. He took the trade route, and like, you know, he did that. And my mom, she was an office manager. And, you know, they didn't go to college, nor did my extended family. A lot of my uncles and aunts, they all just kind of went trade route, or, you know, worked for the phone company, whatever, city, things like that, which was great. But like, there was no one in my immediate family that went to college. And so, you know what made me want to go to college? I only ever told you this, but for me, it was the show A Different World.
So it did work.
Different World. Because they made it look so cool. I'm like, as I watched Cosby Show,
Right.
and then the Different World was like the spinoff. So then I'm watching that, like, wow, that looks cool. I'm like, they can go to college, but they're like hanging out and everything. And I was like, I want to do that. Whatever, however that looks.
You never told me that.
And I remember I was 12 years old. I was 12 years old, and I remember, I think, that was when my grades improved, because they were kind of choppy. In the sixth grade, the grades were choppy.
Yes.
And so then I go to middle school, and then I think they were like, they were talking college and stuff. And it was like, oh yeah, I want to do that. And it was because I saw Dwayne Wayne and Ron, who they say I look like, which is funny. I dressed up as him on Halloween.
Oh my God, you do. Now you say, okay, yeah. I see it. I totally see it. I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. I totally see it.
I was Ron. I'm like, man, I'm cool with that. Ron was cool. So
He was cool.
So yeah, but that's my point though, is like, and sometimes you got to see it to be it. So when kids are able to kind of like see somebody from an industry that they may have a misconception about, and they see something that looks like them, it's like, oh man, like maybe I could do that, because I had no clue on what I wanted to do. I was like, man, I don't know. I just know I want to go to college because A Different World made it look cool, and I'm gonna work hard, whatever I got to do. So I, got in sports, of course, and then sports opened up a lot of doors, gave me a lot of college opportunities, right? And so yeah, but representation matters, and I just think that's my way of trying to reach back and inspire others that maybe don't look like the status quo, to want to get involved and to be able to have like a thriving career. So so that's my story about that.
I didn't know that. You didn't tell that last time. I love. Well, they said college admissions went up. They said it went up, and so you're a total representation of that it went up. I think it's wonderful. But no, I agree with you obviously wholeheartedly. When I first got in the insurance business, I didn't see anybody look like me. This was like 25 years ago. So so people tell me now the business going, I saw you, James, at events. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I was there. I was like just my hair twists and things back in where it was back in the day. They're like, all that hair, and so but that's the whole thing. It's like because insurance knows no color and knows no gender, and it's insurance. You can sell it or show it, whatever. You can do it. So, but you still have to see people look like you in it. So you go, oh, okay, and that's all it is. Sometimes, there's no words. It's like, oh, here's Todd Jr. talking on this show. Somebody black may look at it and go, oh, I'm like, maybe I'm going to the insurance world. You just don't know. It's that simple. It really is that simple. I always say if you want to see it, be it. I said that in a speech once. You want to see it, be it. I believe that so hard. I just believe that so hard. Yeah, Ori-gen is doing stuff, and I want you to actually tell me a little about it, because some of the partnerships you do are part of are the Asian American Insurance Network, the African American Insurance. There's a bunch of things you're with. So how are those? Because those are growing too. It seems like they weren't around when I started either. So how's that been?
Yeah, no, it's been fun. Both those organizations, AIM was born out of, I think, that started in 2020, 2021, something like that. Grew. Obviously it served a need. Again, it's a platform for Asian American insurance professionals to come together and just do events and just raise awareness and really all the things and just represent who they are and be proud. Naya, I've been on the board now. I think this is my fourth year, 2022. So third year, but been involved with them since 2017, and it's grown from a national level. Like, I think that 2020 there were about 500 members nationally. Now I think there's over 2,500 members, and growing. It's continuing to grow, and I think that that it serves a very important purpose. It's not it's the platform, the representation, but it's also professional development. It allows, it's mentorship, community, do a lot of work in the community and giving back and supporting a lot of different organizations, helping college students to get involved, internship opportunities, all those things that that we need to have for our industry as a whole to continue to be the best it could be. Again, with that team mindset, it's like one group can't support the whole ecosystem of our industry. It takes all of us, and I think that that's what America was supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about. I mean, it's, and I think it's important if yeah. So I mean, I'll stop there because I can continue, but like those organizations, even Link is doing some really, really great things in the Latino community with their program, professional development for kids, teaching them resume and elevator pitch and all those things. I mean, they go through a whole program and then they get an internship, and so it's I love it. I wish it was around when I was coming up because I got into insurance later. I'll say but if I could have got in early, say 18 or 21 or whatever, and just work and stay in it, so these kids have a great opportunity, and I think that's because of these organizations that have come up. Yeah. Insurance is an option. We're now an option for. We still got work to do, I think, but we're doing a lot, I think, to fulfill and provide opportunities.
I think so. I don't know if that's great. I was trying to think of my question here. For you, what would you say to independent brokers and agents in Southern California who may not be working with you guys yet? We'll say yet. What would you say? Why should they look into Ori-gen if they're looking around to partner with people and group up? Why should, in your opinion, why do you think should look to Ori-gen?
Are you saying potential employees, or are you talking about brokerages looking to
brokerages looking, kind of to partner with you guys or go under your umbrella or how it is you guys work that out? Because I'm just curious because there are a lot of boutique little agencies running around out here, probably little satellites just kind of sit out there like, what do I have nobody around me, but they may find out about you through this. So I'm just kind of curious any message
I mean, if you want, if you have a legacy, right? If your legacy is important to you as a company, you started it from scratch, you built it up, and you've really worked to sustain it all these years, and that means that your company name means something to you, then that's something that we value first and foremost. I mean, our three pillars are legacy, diversity, and community, and so it's if you have those same values, then Ori-gen is an organization I think you should consider talking to because the name, your name is important, and I think that how many years this industry it takes years to build up a successful agency, especially from scratch, man. It takes so much time and diligence, and it's and if you've got this company, why not try to see the legacy continue and see, whatever it is you were doing continue. You may be out of the business, but to see your business still sort of, your clients still kind of being under your name, I think that you should consider it because, you know how it goes. Most of the time you sell and they may say, oh, your nothing's gonna change and everything's gonna be the same. Yeah, well, the change is most of the time inevitable. and so the name may disappear. And so, so it's you just, I think just those things, right? Just if your values are in alignment, I think is something that, you should at least consider having a conversation with us.
Yeah, I think so too. Actually, you guys are a great company. I just want to say hi to everybody out there because I know you guys are all you independent agents and brokers out there. You're doing your best. You're working it out. Some of you guys are aging out. Some of you guys don't have one to pass it on to. Or just a lot of things going on in life, and I agree. I'm like, even about my own business going, well, after I go, what happens? Like, who am I giving it to? What's going to happen to it? It's something that if you can think about it now, think about it now. And, and go from there. I think it's very important because it's hard work. It is hard work being an entrepreneur or a solopreneur or a mompreneur, whatever preneur you want to put after it. It's a lot of running a small business and making it grow. It's rewarding and it's hard at the same time. It's both. It's both. And I wouldn't have any other way. I've been doing it for 17 years now. I would not have any other way. But I want to acknowledge folks out there that it's a lot of work. And at least you have places like Ori-gen and different organizations they work with that are here to support. They're to support and encourage. That's another thing too. Mark Todd, thanks for being on the show. But you're always just the bomb diggity. Always. I mean, you're just a dynamic person. So thanks for being on the show.
Thank you. I appreciate you, man. Good to see you again, and we got to do it sooner next time.
Yes, we get another 3 years.
we're long overdue, man.
That was 3 years. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna have you back on sooner. So this is Mark Todd, he's Director of Strategic Partnerships at Ori-gen. If they want to find you anywhere, tell us. Let them know.
Yeah, I mean LinkedIn. I mean I do LinkedIn. Email me, I guess. I don't know. I mean, LinkedIn is really LinkedIn is really what the main platform that I pay attention to. I maybe don't post as much as I should, but my buddy Josh,
all the time.
He's the guy, he's an influencer, a LinkedIn influencer.
Yeah, he is.
I got to be on his level.
Every day. Every day.
But LinkedIn, yeah, Mark Todd, Ori-gen. I love paying attention to what's going on. It really helps me to keep up. Most of my friends and people that I'm connected to are in our industry. So I'll say LinkedIn, Mark Todd.
So folks, I'll put that in the description, of course. I'm where everybody is supposed to be at James Lott Jr. everywhere. You can't miss me. And JLJ Media is there. We're also so you just follow me. You know where to follow me in this. And this show, if you're listening to this show, we are also on video. I call it the granddaddy of them all, YouTube. That's at JLJ Media. But if you're watching, you're thinking, you have an actual audio version? Yes, we do. And we're on I'm telling you, every single audio streaming service platform, from iHeartRadio to Spotify to Google. No, Google's gone. Apple, Audible, Castbox, all of them. So just look up Quote Me, an insurance podcast, and you'll see it. Hit that follow button, and you're there. Now, if you want to get in contact with Ori-gen or with Mark Todd, you're afraid to do it on your own, and you want an introduction, message me, and I'm happy to be the conduit to which you can speak to. Some folks like introductions. I always offer that. I'm here for that. And as I always end my shows, everyone needs insurance, from a baby to death. So it's one of those situations that it's not going anywhere. And what I'm going to continue doing on this show is giving you tips and knowledge and bring you great people like Mr. Todd on the show to talk to you about the different aspects of insurance. And I'm so glad I'm still part of it. We'll see you next time on Quote Me.